be an effective weapon. Ah! Hurt. Morning, folks! Welcome to another installment of the Ability Almanac, which, as you'll know, is a weekly, or bi-weekly, actually, series that is every Monday and Thursday, looking at the gear-based abilities only available for characters in Injustice 2. These are abilities that you cannot really use in the sense of you can't really use them in a competitive mode match with like the trophy icon on, so I figured I'd show them off here. Today, we will be looking at the Lord and Master of the Red Lantern Corps from the planet Yzmalt, Atrocitus. Pack your Red Lantern rings, folks, because we're about to get angry. Atrocitus is a big angry brute whose game plan is to get in and smash you. That isn't a lot of finesse or technique, I'm gonna give him that. But there are some interesting gear abilities that add a little bit of, shall we say, complexity to his game plan. Mainly, with this loadout, we've got Dextar's alterations. It's not to shield or to the beatdown that Dextar can bring down. In this loadout, Dextar does not have the blood ball. Instead, he will puke on the opponent, much like Dextar's normal vomit attacks. And that will add a damage over time effect, obviously sacrificing a lot of range. Really, it's more to kind of cover Atrocitus' ass and then potentially get one of the big tackles off. He can also instantly summon Dextar, though this costs a bar of meter, and it costs the full trait. This is not exactly the greatest gear ability in the world, but it's an interesting little surprise, cat in your face kind of attack that might catch a few people off guard. Next up, we move on to this loadout, which packs the Pillar of Blood gear ability and the Siphon Power gear ability. Now, Siphon Power is an alternate version of Down Bag 3, which instead of draining the opponent's health, it drains their meter, which it also has the Blood Explosion meter burn that you can then use to go into subsequent bullshit afterwards. But other than that, it's basically a meter draining version of the blood drain special move that Atrocitus would normally have. As for the Pillar of Blood, it is an interesting, very close range attack where he kind of surrounds himself in Red Lantern energy and then on meter burn pops them up. He can combo after this, but I have not had a lot of practice in that regard. And the meter burn also makes him plus on block. So that is a very dangerous ability in and of itself to have. And this third loadout has got a pretty swanky little trick up its sleeve or two that you might understand. It's got the Blood Push. This is one of Atrocitus' deadliest abilities. It's -5 on block normally, and it pushes the opponent back full screen. And when you meter burn it, as you can see, it's got a lot of range, although it has an interesting hitbox issue, as you saw right at the start. And you can even use it to end out combos in order to knock them down hardcore. He also gains a third puke option in this fifth loadout called Caustic Pool. It's not a 2-slot ability, I just had a Dextar's Rage thing on here as well, so the main focus is on the downward puke. It's kind of like Reptile's Acid Puke Light, wherein instead of creating a large pool that stays for a long time and does a lot of damage, the pool doesn't really exist until you meter burn it, and even then, it doesn't really stay for long. But it does allow for a little bit of extra pressure because it's a second low. You don't have to go for the unsafe Bloodnado when you have this gear ability. Not that, I mean, you wouldn't want to go for the Bloodnado, because Bloodnado's sweet. When it's safe, that is. And that's basically it for Atrocitus' gear abilities. What's worth noting now, as always, is all of the frame data that follows suit. I hope you enjoyed this Atrocitus video. Stay tuned for the next Ability Almanac, and as always, don't forget to be awesome. Just a quick update that I made a couple of days after I actually finished filming this episode. Siphon power, I forgot to show how much power it actually drains. It drains almost a full bar, but it only gives Atrocitus about half a bar. So, just thought I'd quickly tack this on to let you guys know. Thanks for watching.